Welcome to the always available standard configuration video series prepared by ZeroNines Technology. This is video 2, Install Procedure, Configuration Appliances. This video will provide an overview of the download and installation procedure for the always available software. We will demonstrate the switch node and proxy software installation procedure. The video elements include downloading the always available software package, unpacking the software, installing the software on the target server, and launching and validating the software installation. As a note, the always available software requires a Linux 64-bit operating system. CentOS version 6.2 is used in this video production. The standard configuration of the always available architecture is comprised of 3 components: the master console, identified here as Sandbox 1, and 2 additional nodes that provide switching and proxy services, identified as Sandbox 2 and Sandbox 3. The master console installation procedure is addressed in a separate video, and here we assume that the master console has already been established. This video will focus solely on the switch node and proxy installation process. So let us begin. Once logged into the Linux operating system, we will open a terminal session and log in as super user. At this location, we now change to the system root directory. From the root directory, we will now download the software package from the ZeroNines website using the following command. Using the wget command and the associated data string, we will initiate the download to our target server. With the software package downloaded to our target server, we will now unpack the software using the following command. Using the tar command and the associated data string, the software will now unpack to the working directory. We now move to the always available working directory with a change directory command. From the working directory, we will launch the installation script using the following command. We are now presented the ZeroNines main menu, providing a number of options. We will select option 1 to configure our first appliance, Sandbox 2. We are now presented with the server configuration menu and are offered several options. We will select option 3 to create host file entries. For each host entry, you will be prompted to enter a host name, IP address, and any alias for that host. We will be defining 3 host devices in our standard configuration: Sandbox 1, Sandbox 2, and Sandbox 3. We will start with the master console named Sandbox 1 with an IP address of 192.168.77.178 and aliases of console, tracker, and message server 1. We are asked if this entry is correct, and we enter yes. We are then asked if we are finished with host entries. In this case, we respond with no, since we have 2 additional hosts to define, Sandbox 2 and Sandbox 3, which provide switch node and proxy functionality within our configuration. Our second device is Sandbox 2, with an IP address of 192.168.77.179, also known as Switch 1, Node 1, and Proxy 1. Is this entry correct? Yes. Are you finished with host entries? No. Our third and final device is Sandbox 3, with an IP address of 192.168.77.168, alias Switch 2, Node 2, and Proxy 2. Is this entry correct? Yes. We are asked if we are finished with host entries. Yes. Are these host entries correct? Yes. We are now returned to the Server Configuration menu, and we will select Option 0 to exit back to the main menu. At the main menu, we will now select Option 2, the Always Available Standard Installation. Now we are presented the Standard Installation menu, offering several options, and we select Option 2 to install the appliance and message server. We are asked, do you want to install the messaging server? No. We are asked, are there more than one ZeroNines messaging service installed? No. Enter the host name of the messaging server, MSGSVR1. Are these host entries correct? Yes. We are asked, do you want to install the switch or proxy modules? Yes. The switching software is now loaded to the server. Now we are asked, do you want to install the node module? Yes. The node module will be loaded to the server, and at its completion, we are returned to the Always Available Standard Installation menu. Here, we will select Option 0, and we are returned to the Always Available main menu, and we select Option 0 and exit the main menu. We receive the prompt, if changes were made to this system, it is recommended to reboot the system. Would you like to reboot your system now? We answer, yes. Rebooting the system completes the installation of the Always Available software on Sandbox 2. After the successful reboot of Sandbox 2, the following steps are used to confirm our installation of the ZeroNines software. We log back into the Linux operating system, and from the Linux desktop, using a browser, enter the IP address of the master console. The IP address we will use is http://192.168.77.8080/console. As a note, the console advertises its services on port 8080, and console is the web services application. We are then presented the Cloud9's login page, and we use the default user and password to gain access. We are now presented the ZeroNines admin console. From this location, we will select the host name field. In our example, it is Video Demo. Here, we select the Tracker field to verify that Sandbox 1 is hosting the tracker and Messaging Services is operational. A green check mark indicates that this device is operational. We then select the Node field to verify that the node services are operational on our appliance Sandbox 2. A green check mark indicates that this device and services are operational. We now select the Switch field to verify that the switching services are operational on our appliance Sandbox 2. A green check mark indicates that this device and services are operational. And finally, we then select the Proxy field to verify that the proxy services are operational on our appliance Sandbox 2. Again, a green check mark indicates that this device and services are operational. With positive verification of the services on Sandbox 1 on our master console, journal and messaging server, and Sandbox 2, our switching node and proxy appliance, we will log out of the master console to complete this installation exercise. In conclusion, we have just established the switching, node, and proxy services for our appliance, Sandbox 2. At this time, you will repeat the previous steps to install the software on Sandbox 3 to complete the always available standard configuration. Additional videos are available to assist you with attaching your application servers to the always available standard configuration. For more information, please visit us at ZeroNines.com